Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your pal CJ, and with me as always, and with me as always, and with, oh, fuck, that's right. I'm actually doing this by myself. Anyways, welcome to a very special edition of Frienemies. What we have for you today, if you'll remember, or if you're a follower of the channel, last week we did a Risk of Rain 2 run, and I did it as the mercenary, and then I also did it as the engineer. If you recall, the run actually was super dope, made it through a bunch of bosses just fine, and we actually ended it not dying. We actually just paused it because we didn't want to, just keep going, giving you guys, a super long video. So what we decided to do is I continued to play the engineer after what you guys saw, and what we decided to do is take the footage and edit it to a point where you guys can actually see how insanely overpowered this guy is. Because it got to a point where ultimately the only reason, well, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but you'll see why. So what's going to happen is you guys are going to see essentially it's going to start from the very end of episode 3 of Risk of Rain, and then it'll actually kick into the next level. You'll see all of the in-between skirmishes, everything in between. That'll be sped up just because it takes a long-ass time to loot a level and actually go through and kill everybody. So we sped that up. We put in the boss battles, and I actually put in a couple interesting locations in there. So I'll actually come back in, let you guys see what's going on. You'll probably have some chill music in the background, maybe something from Diplo or something. I don't know. Who cares? Without further ado, though, let's get into this run. Alright, so ultimately you can see I'm already stacked up here, and this is going to be the first boss coming into it, Magma Worm. Super annoying boss, but with the engineer, no big deal. So this is one of the battles that's pretty much I'd probably say the worst one, in my opinion, just because of the enemy going, in and out, and he can spawn in super random spots, so you never really know exactly what to pop up. So there he goes right there. So yeah, this is the first boss, and just check out how dope I do this. Like, it's like, dude, CJ, you're real good. You're real good at this game. Like, look at that. He's already dead. So, yeah, as you guys can see, this is pretty much how this run is going to go. A taste of things to come. So, yeah, let's move on to the next one. Alright, so you guys might have just seen me pass a huge gold chest that had a large price tag on it. This is just a real quick tip. In this level, the Hades level, whatever it's called, this gold chest is always going to be in this spot that I'm at right now. So, pro tip for you Risk of Rain 2 diehards. So I just picked up what's called the Happiest Mask. It's probably one of the dopest items in the game. It's a chance on killing your enemy to resurrect them as a ghost pal for you. So it's like Casper, but you kill shit. It's real tight. Alright, so this is the next battle. I believe it is what? Orvalords. A couple of them, but it's just... You'll see how ridiculous at a certain point once you get stacked up with the engineers. Because like you can see the health bar just draining. So yeah, at a certain point with the engineer in this game, if you have it if you have them just pretty much stacked to with movement, crit strike, you know, anything that's chance on hit, you know, your turrets are pretty much going to be your standalone homeboys, and you pretty much could never die. It's the closest to being a Highlander anyone could ever get. You guys remember pop-up video? Kind of what this feels like. But I'm coming back in again. This item I just get, the headset. This right here, another dope item in the game. Increases your jump height, you hold jump to slam down, and you can't take fall damage. So anytime that you're taking damage when you're falling off something, you can't do it with the headset. So again, another pro move for you guys, another pro item for y'all. All right, you guys might notice where it says in the text there, a blue portal appears. So ultimately, what I wanted to show everybody was the item shop. This is basically if you are the lunar coins. It's a currency that you get in the game. Excuse me. It's a currency you get in the game. Not only is it used to buy certain overpowered items in this store, but you actually needed 10 of them to purchase what's called the Artificer, who is another survivor in this game. Super dope character, probably one of my favorites to play, honestly, personally. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this is it, and it's a just pretty cool place to chill the F out with you boys. All right, you guys might have just noticed in the text there that it says a celestial portal opens or appears. This is ultimately after you clear a certain amount of levels, you will get this portal that'll open up. And ultimately what this portion of the game is, it's kind of like a jumping puzzle. It's kind of easy once you're later in the game, because if you have like a lot of movement, or like if you see here, I have the headset as well as a bunch of hoppo feathers, which gives you a double jump. So this is mainly supposed to be a platformer type of thing. You'll see me kind of jump around almost like Mario-esque, but I kind of just avoid a lot of it because I have so many jumps, so I'm like, whatever. So you can see this is ultimately, you'll get to the end of it and it'll give you the option to either sacrifice yourself, or you can just go through another portal and continue the game. If you sacrifice yourself, your run will end and you'll essentially die. But what'll happen is you'll get the survivor, the mercenary, the one that I played with in the original or the third episode. So you'll see it right here, and it'll ask you, are you sure you want to do it? You can just say no, go down, and there's a portal right there. So if you were unfamiliar with how to get the mercenary, or you didn't want to Google it, video proof. What's up, guys? You still here? Hopefully you guys still stuck it out. So this is essentially the second cycle of the levels, as you can see. They should be actually dropping some more content soon for new levels in June, I believe, so this month. But yeah, this is just some goofy stuff you can get to at the end of the game, or not at the end of the game, but once you get super overpowered. You can see I'm just hanging out. I think at this point I was showing BK all the dope stuff I had on my inventory, how easy it is to just kind of, you know, jump, do whatever you need to do. I mean, the cool thing about this game is it rewards you for, you know, essentially sticking it out. Like if you're really in the trenches and you just get in there, you just end up so overpowered. You've seen how many times have I just been waiting for the teleporter to charge, you know, and I mean it's crazy. It's mad crazy. That's all I gotta say. That's all I will say. All right, now you guys might see that little gold shrine I just passed over on my left here. Now it's on my right. This is the gold portal. This is the one thing I have not done in this game yet. Ultimately, it costs a buttload of money to pop, and once you pop it, a gold orb appears. That means that once you defeat the boss on this level, it's going to open up a gold portal. So let's see what the F's in that B. And now here we will find out what is in the gold portal. The Gilded Coast. Now you'll figure out as I go through what it actually does, but this is going to be the last version. This will be the last portion of the video, so it's all going to be in real time. But ultimately what you need to do is you need to destroy these little pillars that you'll see that I don't figure out until a little later. Essentially you just need to get them all down, and then what will happen is there'll be a big-ass stone titan, ultimately like this, you'll see. This has a unique name, and it hits real hard. So as you'll see, that right here, this is what you're supposed to do. So you're actually supposed to buy these things and trigger them, and you trigger all of them, it'll bring out the enemy. But as you can see, way more intense than anything else that you've seen in the video so far. Yeah, you'll find out what happens. Check it out. Alright, now you see I've got the final one, so now we actually have the boss out in full front. Aerial Knight? I don't know what. Titanic Gold Weaver. So this dude was real hard, and he is super buff, and the thing that is really annoying is you have to consistently keep those pillars that I activated up. So you'll see. Just keep your eye on the prize, my friends. Now you see I die, but then I revived. I actually had an item that did revive me, and I actually did not realize it, and I forgot because the time was so long that I ended up actually putting my hands off the keyboard and mouse, ultimately leading to my demise. So there you have it. That's the full Risk of Run Rain 2, that run that we did. Took maybe about an hour and a half or an hour and 50 minutes. Cut it down for you guys' enjoyment. Hope you guys dug it. That's it. See ya.